Happening right now, what's left of Tropical Storm Gordon, now threatening parts of the Mid-South. Good evening, I'm Richard Ransom.
And I'm Katina Rankin. Gordon is still dumping plenty of rain, causing fears of major flooding in and along the Gulf Coast. Now, the storm has left thousands of people in the dark and has killed at least one person.
So let's go back to John in the Weather Center. And John, you're tracking possible isolated tornadoes in our area.
Yeah, we are. So far, that activity has been just south of the Mid-South, but we'll talk about in a moment if there's a threat left. Now, our tropics tracker shows that Gordon is not going to move much, folks, over the next 24 hours, even a couple of days. But as it's close enough, we'll have those rain chances in the outlook in the coming days. Now, not everybody has seen rain today. In fact, a lot of people have not. So you're wondering, what's all this talk about rain? Well, that's because most of the activity has been in North Mississippi, other showers in West Tennessee, and we're also tracking a couple of cells in North Mississippi for possible development. Right now, I don't see any shear. That's good on that map. You don't want to see any colors. Here's Gordon right here. That is the center, just northwest of Jackson. But I'm watching these feeder bands that will be coming up through the area this evening, and that's when the isolated tornado threat could be. You can see it doesn't move much overnight. Flooding rain still possible, as are, again, that isolated tornado threat. We'll keep you updated on that, and I'll have a full look at your complete outlook coming up in a few minutes.
Thank you, John. Gordon may be weaker now, but it certainly packed a punch when it hit Mississippi along the Gulf Coast. ABC's Maggie Rulli is in Biloxi showing you the damage left behind.
Millions across the South and Midwest are now dealing with the remnants of Tropical Storm Gordon, lashing the coast in the early morning darkness with 70-mile-per-hour winds. Gordon made landfall just west of the Alabama-Mississippi state line.
Seriously, we gotta get out of here.
The storm drenching Alabama overnight, high winds tearing through this building, and Dauphine Island taking up to 5 feet of storm surge.
Winds gusting over 70s!
Today, the rain keeps coming. More than 8 inches are reported on the Alabama-Florida border. At least one death has been blamed on the storm so far. Authorities say a child was killed when a tree crashed onto a trailer in Pensacola, Florida. The storm is heading north and has now been downgraded to a tropical depression, but it's still threatening heavy rain and potential flooding. Gordon was the first major storm of this year's hurricane season, and it already has people asking what's next. Right now, Hurricane Florence, a Category 3, is brewing in the Atlantic, but so far it's still too early to tell if it's going to hit us here in the U.S. Maggie Rulli, ABC News, Biloxi, Mississippi.